Hi, I'm Evelyn Soong and I'm a clinical psychologist. Today we'll be discussing about resolving conflict in a relationship. Well, as everyone knows, conflict happens in any relationship, be it romantic relationship, with friends, colleagues, or your children. Conflict happens when both parties perceive threat, with one party or another trying to express their points, wanting to be heard or listened to. Many things can actually happen during a conflict. We may respond based on our own perception, and this can evoke strong emotional reaction. When all these two combine, it may actually cloud our judgment and may not necessarily be very successful in addressing all these conflicts in an objective manner. While conflict can serve as an opportunity for us to improve our relationship and self-growth, many would actually avoid conflict. Well, yeah, it's true because it can be an unpleasant experience as well. However, if we leave it ignored or unattended to, it can actually fester into other forms of conflict, resulting in dissatisfaction in a relationship. So, here are 4 useful tips in handling relationship conflicts. Number 1, prepare by setting ground rules. There are 3 points under this. Firstly, set aside time and pay attention to each other. Discuss when both parties are calm and not in the heat of the moment or reactive, because all these emotions may escalate, causing another conflict. At the same time, keep distractions away, not texting, working, or attending to other matters as you are trying to address the issue. Secondly, set boundaries and be respectful. It is easy for us to jump into defensive mode trying to explain ourselves on what the other partner has pointed out. Before the start of the discussion, it is important for both parties to agree about taking turns in speaking and being respectful. Thirdly, agree to disagree. Reassure the parties that everyone has the right to agree and disagree on the points that were being shared out, because everyone is sharing based on their perception and their own worldview. Again, when that happens, be respectful on what was conveyed and take turns in stating your points. And number 2, speaking for yourself by using the I statement. While focusing on the issue at hand, it is important to share your thoughts and feelings by using the I statement. For instance, I often see couples in session making remarks like, "It is always you talking and you never listen to me." The meaning behind this statement is a person wanting to be heard or listened to, but the other partner or the other party may perceive as being blamed, making them feel even more defensive. Rather, a helpful way to address this is possibly by saying, "I feel really hurt when I'm not being listened to or heard." This way, not only your message has been conveyed or delivered, but it can also be accountable to your own thoughts and feelings in addressing this conflict. Number 3, listening and reflecting. Oftentimes, well-intended discussion may escalate into an argument when both parties felt that they are not being listened to or heard, whether it is a statement that they make or their feelings that they're trying to express. There are also times where you may be stuck in a situation where you really did listen attentively, but somehow something happened and it still got escalated and became heated. What can you do in this situation? Try this. To make sure that the message conveyed is correctly understood by you, try summarizing and reflecting statement that has been said by the party. You can try by saying, "I hear that you feel really frustrated when I did not take the trash or do the house chores." Remember, listening and reflecting does not necessarily mean that you agree to what was being said, but rather it's just us trying to understand from their reality and trying to make them feel understood in this situation. Number 4, express the problem at hand and discuss for solutions together. As we may speak and try to justify our stance, we may fall into the trap of pinpointing faults and triggering other issues into the discussion. Do remember that conflict resolution is about taking one issue at a time, and the purpose is to find and focus on ways to improve the relationship. So, tackle one problem at a time, identify how both parties contribute to the problem, find solution, set a time frame on when to regroup and discuss again, and then execute. There are actually many ways to resolve conflict. Some may choose to resolve in person, while there are also some of us who would prefer to resolve it through other means, such as messaging or texting. This is being used when we try to directly communicate our thoughts or feedback, but also maintaining at a distance. Studies have shown that technology-mediated communication or conflict resolution can actually be helpful when face-to-face communication becomes too emotionally tense. This is because technology can serve as a buffer in the dissolution process. Regardless of which medium is being used in resolving conflict, make maintaining and strengthening the relationship as priority. Hope you find these tips helpful, and do like our Facebook page for more topics like this. If you have any questions related to mental health, do reach out and speak to a mental health professional today. Thank you for watching.